Semenya's middle distance career remains in serious jeopardy. This is after the Swiss Federal Supreme Court rejected her latest appeal against World Athletics' controversial regulations on testosterone levels. It's the latest blow in Semenya's fight to compete in her favourite sport. Lawyer Greg Knott joins us now via telephone. Greg, hello and welcome. What is your initial reaction to the Swiss Supreme Court decision?
Well, it's a decision, Jeffrey, quite frankly, that we weren't too confident in terms of the decision because of the history of the decisions that have come down over the past 30 years in regard to Swiss public policy. One must always note that they are a conservative society, quite frankly, and one adjudicated upon in this instance, by 5 white judges, four women and one white man. We had thought that possibly there could be a judgment against ourselves, and to that end we had steeled ourselves for it. Matter to say that we were thrilled, however, by the response of Custer. She is indomitable. Her spirit has remained high. She really has expressed today, and that was to me earlier today, her feeling that this is not her end. This is not the end of her career, that she will continue to run. And the lovely quote that she gave me, Jeffrey, was the fact that she sees the doors as being closed but not locked.
Just for those, Greg, who are not familiar with the legal nuances, on what basis did the Swiss Supreme Court reject the appeal?
Well, it was against Swiss public policy, Jeffrey, and they said it didn't amount to a violation of Swiss public policy. The Supreme Court stressed that the strict limitations of reviewing a violation of Swiss public policy, let me just tell you, has been only accepted only once over 30 years. It said that they were bound by the controversial factual findings of the CAS panel, without regard to the findings of the dissenting arbitrator. In that instance, there were 3 arbitrators. There were 1 dissented. Based on the controversial facts, the Swiss Supreme Court denied a violation of Swiss public policy. And the Swiss court dismissed the appeal despite finding that the World Athletics regulations seriously violate Custer's physical integrity because the required hormonal drug intervention is not medically indicated, and that it has negative health effects and is not based on the athlete's free consent.
Now, that said, Greg, does that give us some hope that there will be a positive outcome eventually for Custer to return to competing again?
Jeffrey, you know, there are a number of strategies that we've got to consider. We've got to look over the judgment more completely with our full legal team. We've got lawyers in Canada, in Switzerland, and in South Africa. That's the legal team. We have medical and scientific lawyers, experts as well in various jurisdictions, including the United States. So we want to have a good look at this. Does it end her career in regard to particular races? Yes. Will she look at other distances? That is for Custer to strategically determine herself and to have a look at. So where we place at the moment is we will take our time, have a look, strategically work it out, and go forward. But as I said to you earlier, Jeffrey, the spirit of Custer is indomitable, and we draw strength from that as a team, and we draw strength from the support that we get from yourself, from your viewers, and from South Africa. I mean, after all, she is an iconic figure, and I don't see that she will, at any stage, fall from the track, quite honestly. She will go forward.
Quickly, before we let you go, with that said, all of the considerations will take time. Can you highlight 1 or 2 things that you and your legal team are considering for Custer's next move?
You know, we don't want to necessarily go out at this stage. I think it's too early a day. This has been in the works now, waiting for the judgment for nearly a year, which is a long period of time, frankly, for the Swiss appeal court. We want to take our time, and I think anything that's good for Custer will be good for us, Jeffrey. I think at the end of the day, we're going to take our line from her. We will give our suggestions. They may be including policy, press, legal, a combination of all. But the strategy itself will be meted out in measure.
Thanks so much for chatting to us. That was Greg Knott from Semenia's legal team.